named for a Hudson's Bay Company official by the name of Peter Skene Ogden. But he wasn't really a resident of Victoria, but it was named after him, as many of the other points around here were. Mr. Rithen built some deep-sea docks out in that area back in the 1880s. But the Breakwater, as we know it today, was built during World War I. The idea was that when the Panama Canal was finished, Victoria would become a deep-sea port, closer to the Pacific Ocean than Vancouver, and we might begin to take on some of the extra trade that would come through the Panama Canal. It was really a dream, and it never really materialized. Fisherman Wharf is a favorite place today, but up until the end of World War II, this was probably a place that most people in Victoria wouldn't have come to. It was a large swampy bay where most of the park is. Years ago, a stream had fed down through there, and in the 1860s, Robert Lang ran a small shipyard. But after World War II, it was decided to fill in the bay that was here. By then, the area around the edge of it had become a shanty town. There were houses along Erie Street, but then little walkways and docks in behind, and people that didn't have anywhere else to live would build shacks. Sort of like a squatter's town, really. They were all taken down, the bay was filled in, the park was built, and then the government, the Canadian government, built a dock for the fishing fleet, which then was quite numerous. We had fish packing plants in Victoria. Of course, we don't have those now, and the fishing fleet is a lot smaller. They tend to moor elsewhere. And so Fisherman's Wharf has taken on a new lease of life as a place for float homes. Victoria really was the only major commercial port on the west coast of British Columbia for a long time. Difficult to imagine now, but Vancouver became a bigger city starting in 1886 when the Canadian Pacific Railway was finished. But it took a while before it finally became bigger than Victoria. We were really the only major deep-sea port. So all passengers came here, all merchant shipping came here. The docks and warehouses line the harbour. Those ships don't come here anymore. We have the ferries, of course, to Port Angeles and Seattle. We have harbour ferries, we have float homes, we have pleasure craft, and we have the cruise ships that come to Ogden Point. But the commercial shipping that happened back in the 1800s, right through the early 1900s, just doesn't come here anymore. A lot of the docks are here. Most of them are now used as parking lots. Some of the old warehouses are still here. Many have been torn down, of course. But the old warehouses that are here have been converted into restaurants and offices and art galleries. So Victoria has seen a huge transformation along the harbour. It is a working harbour to some extent. We still have a small shipyard, but most of the other commercial activities